أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Surah Al-Fajr, Surah Al-Fajr. It has 30 ayats, 30 verses in this surah, and it's revealed in Mecca. So here you can see that name, the surah is so designed after the word Al-Fajr with which it opens, okay? So in the beginning, this word you can find. And period of revelation, its contents show that it was revealed at the stage when persecution of the new convert to Islam had begun in Mecca. On that very basis, the people of Mecca have been warned of the evil end of the tribes of Ad and Samud and Pharaoh. Okay, so it revealed in the beginning of the Islam when the people were converting it to Islam in Makkah. Okay, so here you can see the theme and object. So it's very important to know the theme and object. Yeah, can you read from here? The theme.
Should I start? Hold on, I'll start reading. Theme and subject matter. Its theme is to affirm the meting out of rewards and punishments in the hereafter, which the people of Mecca were not prepared to acknowledge. Let us consider the reasoning in the order in which it has been presented. First of all, swearing oaths by the dawn, the 10 nights, the even and the odd, and the departing night. The listeners have been asked, are these things not enough to testify to the truth of that which you are refusing to acknowledge? From the explanation that we have given of these four things in the corresponding note, it will become clear that these things are a symbol of the regularity that exists in night and day. On swearing oaths by these, a question has been asked in the sense, even after witnessing this wise system established by God, do you still need any other evidence to show that it is not beyond the power of that God who has brought about this system to establish the hereafter? And that it is the very requirement of his wisdom that he should call man to account for his deeds. Then reasoning, you know, then reasoning from
From
man's
man's
own
own
history,
history.
uh, the evil, the evil end of the Ad and the Thamud and the Pharaoh has been cited as an example to show that when they transgressed all limits and multiplied corruption in the earth, Allah laid upon them the scourge of His um, chastisement. Um, this is a proof of the fact that the system of the universe is not being run by deaf and blind forces, nor is the world a lawless kingdom of a corrupt ruler, but a wise ruler in ruling over it, the demand of whose wisdom and justice is continuously visible in the world itself, in man's own history that he should call to account, and reward punish accordingly. The being whom he has blessed with reason and moral sense and given the right of appropriation in the world. After this, an appraisal has been made of the general moral state of human society, of which our paganism was a conspicuous example. Two aspects of it in particular have been criticized. First, the materialistic attitude of the people on account of which, overlooking the moral good and evil, they regarded only the achievement of worldly wealth, rank, and position, or the absence of it. As this criterion of honor or disgrace, and had forgotten that neither riches was a reward nor poverty a punishment, but that Allah is trying man in both conditions to see what attitude he adopts when blessed with wealth and how he behaves when afflicted by poverty. Second, the people's attitude under which the orphan child in their society was left destitute on the death of the father. Uh,
Nobody else.
nobody, nobody asked
After the
after the
poor.
poor. Whoever could usurp the whole heritage left by the deceased parent and drove away the weak heirs fraudulently. The people were so afflicted with an insatiable,
Greed for wealth.
insatisfiable greed for wealth that they were never satisfied, however much they might hoard and amass. These criticism is these criticism this criticism is meant to make them realize as to why the people with such an attitude and conduct in the life of the world should not be called to account for their misdeeds.
That is
Uh,
correct.
the, discourse The discourse has been concluded with the assertion that accountability shall certainly be held, and it will be held on the day when the divine court will be established. At the time, the deniers of the judgment will understand that which they are not understanding now, in spite of instruction and admonition. But understanding then will be of no avail. The denier will regret and say, would that I had provided for this day beforehand while I lived in the world. But his regret will not save him from Allah's punishment. However, as for the people who would have accepted the truth which the heavenly books and the prophets of God were presenting with full satisfaction of the heart in the world, Allah will be pleased with them, and they will be well pleased with the rewards bestowed by Allah. They will be called upon to join the righteous and enter paradise.
Okay, so you got some message.
Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So here you can see that wal fajr, right? Wal fajr by the dawn, wa by al fajr, the dawn.
Yeah.
Allah may he be glorified takes an oath on the dawn, right? It's the time of fajr. You know that there is a name of a salah, fajr, right?
Right.
So Allah is taking an oath of that time. That is the beautiful moment, and that's the blessing for human being. Walayalin ashr. Here you can see that wa and layalin ashr. Layal. Laylun means night, and layal is the plural of laylun. That means walayalin ashr. Ashrin means 10. So Allah is taking again
Yeah.
oath on the first 10 nights of Zulhajj, right?
Okay.
So it's coming after this Arabian month. You know that Zulhajj. This is the Zulhajj month, okay? Washafi'i wal wat. Here you can see that wa and shafi'i, the even, wal watr and the odd, even and the odd. You know that even and odd number, right? Allah created something in even number and in odd number. Okay, so maximums are in even, right?
Right.
like male and female, right?
Yeah.
Human being are in even and even. And odd number, you know that the sky, the sun, these are the odd number. There is no second piece, isn't it? Wallaili
Yeah.
the yes. Wa and laili, you know that lail means night and layal means nights, plural. Either when yes, it passes. And the night when it passes, and he takes an oath on the night when it arrives, continues and goes away. The complement of these oaths is you will definitely be required for our action. Okay. So hal fi dhalika qasamul lidhi hajr. Hal is the word of question. Okay. Whenever it comes before the sentence, it asks question. Hal is fi in dhalika that. Dhalika means that. Is in that qasamul lidhi hijr. Qasam. Qasam, you know that we say in Bangla also. Qasam, right? Qasam.
Yeah.
So
Like
qasam,
swear, like promise.
what? An oath.
An
Lidhi
oath, yeah.
plus hijr. Is all this not a sufficient oath for those who have sense? Allah is taking oaths for these things, right? And you know that there are lots of surahs where Allah took oath of those things which are very important or which are actually we depend on those things, right? So Allah is asking, are these not sufficient oath for the people who have sense, right? Minimum sense. In any of the aforementioned, is there any oath that benefits the intelligent one? Who is clever, he can understand it better, right?
Right.
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد. Alam here is questioning again. Alam did not. Tara, you see, kaifa, how, fa'ala, dealt. Rabbuka, your Lord, bi'ad, with Ad. Ad is a tribe, you know, that who actually live in the, one second, who lived in the, where? In Makkah, right? Did you not
Yeah.
see how your Lord dealt with Ad? Oh, messenger, do you not see what your Lord did with the Ad tribe, the people of Hud? Oh, no, sorry. It's the tribe of Hud. When they rejected their messenger, okay. When they rejected their messenger, the message from who actually spread the message of Allah, then they got the punishment. The people of Iram with their great statue. The tribe of Ad that traced to its forefather, the tall Iram. Okay, Iram is the tribe who actually built the tall temple. Allati means which, lam not, yukhlaqu had been created, misluha, like them, fi in bilad, right? Allati lam yukhlaq misluha fil bilad, unmatched in any other land, the likes of which Allah never created in the cities. Can you hear me?
Right, yeah.
Okay. وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد. So, and Thamud who curved their homes into the rocks in the stone valley. What Thamud and Thamud Alladina means who. It's plural. Jabu, carved out. Sokhra, the rocks. Bilwat, in the
أخرف
valley.
الواد.
Yeah. And do you not see what your Lord did with the Thamud, the tribe of Saleh? Saleh alayhi salam. Did you hear the name of this messenger, prophet Saleh?
Yeah.
Who, yeah, who would carve the stones of the mountains, making houses out of them. وَفِرْعَوْنَ ذِي الْأَوْتَادِ, and Pharaoh, the owner of Al-Autad, stakes, and the Pharaoh of mighty structures. And do you not see what your Lord did to Pharaoh, who had pages with which he punished the people? الذين طغوا في البلاد, they all transgressed through the land. الذي who طغوا, transgressed في in البلاد, the lands. All these people transgressed the limit in tyranny and
Bilad means land.
yeah, bilad, land, and bilad also city. Okay,
City, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yeah, bilad. Balad means actually plural, and bilad is the balad is singular, bilad is plural.
Plural. Okay, the
Yeah,
cities or
that
the
means
land.
lots of cities here. Okay.
Okay.
فأكثروا فيها الفساد, spreading much corruption there. فأكثروا, and made much
فيها
فيها therein fasad, corruption, fasad. Don't you did you hear fitna fasad, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that is fasad means actually corruption. We say fitna fasad man, that means yes, doing something bad, right?
Yeah.
They caused an abundance of corruption due to spreading disbelief and sins. فَصَبَّ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّكَ صَوْتَ عَذَابٍ. So your Lord unleashed on them a scourge of punishment. فَصَبَّ, so purse, عَلَيْهِمْ, on them. عَلَى means on him, them. Rabbuka, Rabbu means your Lord, Ka means your Lord. Sauta, courage. Scourge. Adab means, you know, the punishment. So Allah made them suffer his severe punishment and annihilated them of the earth. Okay.
Yeah.
In rabbaka labil mirsad. Okay. Oh, it has 30 verses. Okay, can we do it quickly? Inna, indeed, rabbaka, your Lord, labil mirsad, surely ever watchful, for your Lord is truly vigilant. Okay. فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن. Okay.
Okay.
Now, whenever a human being is tested by their Lord through his generosity and blessings, the boast, my Lord has deservedly honored me. وَأَمَّا إِذَا مَا ابْتَلَاهُ فَقَدَرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقَهُ فَيَقُولُ رَبِّي أَهَانَنِ. Okay, last 15 verses we will read separately tomorrow, inshallah. Just we are going to
Okay.
read this translation, okay? But when he teased
Okay.
Then by limiting their provision, they protest. My Lord has undeservedly humiliated me. كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم. Absolutely not. In fact, you are not even gracious to the orphan. ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين. Nor do you urge one another to feed the poor. وَتَأْكُلُونَ التُّرَاثَ أَكْلًا لَمًّا. And you devour others' inheritance greedily. وَتُحِبُّونَ الْمَالَ حُبًّا جَمًّا. And love wealth fervently. كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا. These actions are not benefiting of you. Remember, when the earth will be moved vigorously and shaken. وَجَاءَ رَبُّكَ وَالْمَلَكُ صَفًّا صَفًّا. And your Lord will come, O messenger, to pass judgment between his servants. And the angels will also come arranged in rows. وَجِيءَ يَوْمَئِذٍ بِجَهَنَّمَ يَوْمَئِذٍ يَتَذَكَّرُ الْإِنسَانُ وَأَنَّى لَهُ الذِّكْرَى. And on that day, hell will be brought with it having 70,000 reins, each rein being pulled by 70,000 angels. On that day, the human will remember his shortcoming in this right of Allah, but that remembrance of that day will not benefit him in the slightest, because it will be a day of requital, not action. Understand?
Yeah.
يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. He will say out of intense regret, if only I had sent forth good deeds for my life hereafter, which is the real life. فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد. On that day, no one will penalize like the penalizing of Allah, because the penalizing of Allah is most severe and lasting, right? يعذب, the punish, عذاب. ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد. Neither will anyone be bound in chains like his binding of these disbelievers in chains. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة. After Allah mentioned the requital of the disbelievers, he mentioned the requital of the believers. He says, as for the soul of the believer, it will be told at the time of death and on the day of judgment. Oh, the soul content with faith and good deeds. ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية. Return to your Lord well pleased with him and well pleased to him. Return to your Lord pleased with him because of the abundant reward you will receive. And with him may he be glorified, being pleased with you because of your good deeds. So we have to do good deeds more and more. فَادْخُلِي فِي عِبَادِي. Now Allah is saying, now enter along with my peer servants. وَادْخُلِي جَنَّتِي. And enter with them into my paradise, which I have prepared for them. Okay. So Allah prepared the paradise for whom? Can you say?
Oh, okay. And enter with them into my paradise,
Yeah.
which I have prepared for them.
Did you get some message from?
Yeah,
Sure.
right.